All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Hey, back to ground, 80! Kill! Turn up! Kill! Turn up! He's crashing! He's checking crash! Back to go!
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football. And the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
56! Undercrush! Kill!
On 2nd and 12, Allen. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Allen. Looking downfield for Godwin. They've got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. 46 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
2nd and 11 at the Colts' 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Money! 51. Silver up. Check 24. Back.
Fournette. After a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't got nothing. Half 85.
Allen now looks to throw. Open man here is Foster. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Throwing on first down. Weldon firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Let's go.
From the gun, Weldon. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 47.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Come on, set. 10, touchdown. 50, check right, 50. Here we go, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Weldon got an open man. That's Campbell.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bills 3, Colts nothing.
Set, ready. Hey, come on. 50. It's good,
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On third down, Weldon. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
To connect.
7 at the 48-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Bills 10, Colts nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Weldon, catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Weldon. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes out right around the 39.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Allen to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This is Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Complete to Paris Campbell. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Operating from the gun. Weldon. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be. And look at this. It's a fake. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, Wahoo! 58, right over there, right over there.
And again, it's Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Allen. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Here we go. Set. Come to Andrew. 50. Push him back.
On first down, Weldon. That's complete. It's Bell. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 22 yards there, a first down. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weldon. A quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
3rd and 6.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, Weldon. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Colts send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Allen now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Switch.
Now Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, it's Frazier, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Allen's throw is complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right, tight on the right. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Allen from the gun on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Motion. At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Go on.
From the gun, it's Allen. Got an open man, it's Foster. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Weldon on the crossing route, complete. That's Warner. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Weldon throwing the out route incomplete. It's Campbell.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run on first down. Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go. 60 out long. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. That's it. Mike 50.
Off the play fake. Weldon over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field.
From the gun, Weldon. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You're not ready.
Throwing again. Weldon. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 19 yards away. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
On third down, Frazier. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Hey, Delta. Let's get off the field, Pete. Let's get off the field.
Back to throw. Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
52. 52. Got one. 52. 52. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. No. Check that. We're going to home. 52. Let's get it together, defense.
He'll look to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
First down, Buffalo.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Bills 20, Colts 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Buffalo, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you.